Stan Gibelisco here from the black holes of Dakota Territory. United States of Alternatives. And alternatives indeed is the understatement of the day, depending on which website you frequent for your news. But I'm not interested in the news right now. Someone made a very interesting comment on one of my videos recently. In fact, he's repeated himself 2 or 3 times. He says, in regards to Windows 10 and my rants, mostly against that operating system, he has said, why don't you go ahead and get a Macintosh? I have a MacBook and and blah, 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 blah. And finally I replied to him and said, keep trying to convince me to get a Mac and I just might. And it's true. I just might. But what I'd like to ask you, viewers, those of you who are successful in getting your comments posted, we've had some issues with YouTube not posting comments. I've even had trouble posting replies to some of the comments I get. And I apologize for any viewers who may think I'm rejecting their comments on that basis. But what do you think of Macintosh? If you have one, what do you think of it? Do you think it's better than the Windows operating system? Will Macintosh computers run Windows-based software? For example, will I be able to run Microsoft Word on a Macintosh? Will I be able to run Corel Draw and Corel Photo Paint on a Macintosh? Because those are my word processing and graphics programs of choice, respectively. Will I be able to do that? I'm making this video on an iPad, which is it's kind of an old iPad, but it is a Mac-based little, they called this what did they call this? The iPad 3 when it came out originally. Now it's called the iPad Antique with a cracked screen because I dropped the bloody thing, but it still works, so nobody will steal it. That's one way to get... Okay, Stanley, shut up. Shut up. The question that I have for you as viewers is, if you have a Mac, what do you think of your Mac compared to the Microsoft paradigm? By the way, my Windows 10 toy is still sitting unused in my unheated study. I haven't used it now for a couple of weeks. I'm afraid to turn the bloody thing on for fear it'll want to fiddle with itself and keep me up for 4 hours looking after it as it wants to restart over and over again. In other words, I don't enjoy using the blasted thing. In fact, I hate it. I dread it. My nephew emailed me and said his only computer is a Windows 10 machine and he's had no problems with it at all. Maybe because he leaves it connected to the internet all the time. Which to me is sort of like walking around in a crowd full of people with deadly diseases all the time. But he's of one generation, and I, as you can well imagine, am of quite another. But not too old for a Macintosh, if you can convince me to get one. And certainly not too old for Windows 10, if you can convince me that I should use it. Good luck! Stan Gibelisco signing off. Until next time, so long.